using his leap to get up and compete for the ball.
I think it's coincidence. 3 of his 5 games he's played this year, McGovern. West Coast have been able to keep their opposition to under 100 points.
Kelly's the one you got to watch.
Oh, Caldwell. It was terrific last week. That game against the Swans, and there's McGovern.
Hoff gave him a good lead, but he ignored it.
Coming back from the broken thumb, Josh Rotham. And again, that's the kick at the moment. So they get it over centre, picked off by Brian. Kelly can think his way through it. Sees Oscar Allen, good option in a one-on-one. Laverde tried to make the body contact, did it illegally.
It's the first time they've gone to Oscar Allen.
For the first goal of the day. He's got it. Hewitt has to be careful. Did the umpire think he took them on? He's going to let them play. Everyone stood around and had a look. So Durham throws it on the left boot, and the Bombers get the quick reply. Here's Sardis. Gets the round of applause, and that's a nice kick inside 50 by the young man. On the mark, not paid. Dropped it. And it might work out for the Eagles because they're on again on the counter-attack. Maric has Darling running shotgun. Instead, he wants to go deep to Hewitt. Can he keep his feet? Goes for goal. Will it get all the way? It does. And in the blink of an eye, West Coast go the length of the field, and they're in front. Peter Wright wants it deep. Hine instead drills a low ball into the pocket. Beautiful pass to Perkins.
That was well done by Perkins.
Bombers now back in front. Williams did well on a couple of occasions to work Phillips off the ball. Inside 50 now for the Eagles. Allen got it to Maric. Outside of the boot. Little dribble kick. Well done, West Coast. Parrish. Here's McGovern, who's dropped off straight away. Well done, Perkins, though. Had to beat 2 of them. He's looked dangerous, and he quickly gets the ball moving. And there's Langford in the corridor, Kingy.
Yeah. It's a bit silly from Laverde just rubbing his head.
Essendon quickly took the advantage. They didn't really need to rush it. It was well fit.
See, that whistle came an hour after it happened too.
Yeah, and from a different umpire, because it looked as if...
Only has to be a fraction late.
Langford for 2 in a row. The Bombers get out to an 11-point lead. Tries to squeeze it towards Witherden. Caldwell got in the way, and then went and mopped up. By West Coast have been good with their pressure. Hunt screws it into the corridor. Good kick, and finds young Jack Williams.
Gives his teammates time to get organised behind the ball.
Just see bottom of the screen there. Gaff just walked back, work harder than his opponent's back. Williams just dives on the ball.
Kelly gave the handball off to Martin, and why wouldn't you? He's a beautiful user.
Or other options, but maybe put him in the middle, see if he can spark some scoring.
Phillips tried to swat the ball forward, didn't quite get the contact he was after, but Essendon again will win the clearance. Hind up the back of the square. Does he go to Langford again? Goes to the hot hand, and he's got it. Has a bit of time and space, takes a couple of bounces, has to think his way through it. He went for Perkins just over the hands. Peter Wright does the ground level play, gets it to Parrish, and another finish. Bombers are on fire. And the third quarter will continue with Essendon winning another clearance towards Peter Wright. Over the top of McGovern. Essendon have the overlap, so they use it in Laverde. Yo in best spot on that occasion. Allen. Back to Gaff. Now Rotham has to kick to advantage of Cripps. It's a pretty good kick to advantage. Heppel felt the pressure. And they need this, it's fair to say. That's a good strike. That's a great strike. Martin almost rode the bump of Kelly. Hunt, Cripps, clever little tap on Petruccelli. We know he's got the speed. Can he finish the work? He does. McGrath, every time he gets it, he wants to tuck it under the arm. Takes a bounce and then turns it over.
So McGovern's on the bench, about to come back on.
With his 6th tackle of the game, the most of any player on the ground. It's another low dart, but that one not to the advantage of Alwyn Davey Jr., who's come onto the game as the sub for Jai Caldwell. Kelly has Darling over the top and Cripps working inside 50. They need to be able to finish this play. Back to Darling. Generally pretty good from here. Curls it back. And the Eagles just keep on coming. Gaff wants to give it to the kicker. Witherden. Oh, read by Heppel. Leads by example. Finds Redmond, who wants to pin the ears back and go himself. He's done this a number of times in game 100. The Red Dog steps up. Has Maric streaming past. He was doing the defensive things and he couldn't quite get the legs. Petruccelli gives it off to Cripps. They've been threatening to do this all afternoon. Very unlucky for the West Coast Eagles. Menzie really well in a one-on-one. Langford just steps through two Eagles and then finds Big Phillips. All alone in the pocket. He drifted forward. Everyone holds their breath.
Oh, Joe. In fact, that's closer to out in the full than it was the goals.
Cripps doesn't shepherd for him. Instead, he peeled off and he wants the kick short. He's got it.
He's got options in the middle.
He's got them queuing up. Has to think his way through it and found Darling. Duggan. Every bomber has got a man. So he just blasts it towards Oscar Allen.
Was the way to the kick.
Can he get them within a point? The big O. And now Parrish goes towards Menzie. Yo again.
How big has he been?
Massive moments in this fourth quarter.
He has played a monster fourth term.
Petruccelli turns back into traffic, but Kelly's in a bit of space here. You want it in the right player's hands. He tucks it under the arm, and he goes to Maric. He leans back, and he kicks it straight over the goal umpire's head. And they're a minute 40 away from the biggest upset of the year. Parrish is able to work Kelly off the ball. Laverde just wants to kick it as far as he can. McGovern, Menzie over the top to the man with the hot hand. Langford puts the Bombers back in front. He's not going to be able to find it. So he's going to have to go to the pack. Parrish will kick it over the head of Rotham.
Good kick.
And that might be enough.
Yep.
Rotham's going to have to kick this as far as he can. McGovern's pushed forward. It's going to go in his direction. They can't take the mark. And Essendon are going to survive the biggest of scares. Heart-in-mouth stuff. And they keep their finals hopes alive by the barest of margins.